Hi there, guys. I wanted to tell you about this interesting experience I had because apparently, just like I and many other storytelling YouTubers, somehow we just so happen to have an infinite supply of stories to tell. Anyway, here's the story. Well, one day I was in the Pentagon. While I was there, I decided to leave. For some reason, I didn't have a car. Because of this, I called, of course, an Uber. When my Uber came along, I got into his car. Then, all of a sudden, his car transformed into a giant mechanical Michael Phelps that could swim through land. He began using this to go along the streets driving, well, not driving, but using the thing to swim through the streets. And eventually, during this time, he eventually got to the Atlantic Ocean, somehow in Canada after that, then back into the Atlantic Ocean. Of course, because this Michael Phelps could only swim through land instead of water like the normal Michael Phelps, it stopped moving, then we proceeded to sink underwater. During this time, we were both worried. Are we going to drown? What will happen next? Is the sun going to explode? Instead, what happened was that we sank to the bottom and discovered Atlantis. When we did, we both found ourselves surprised, as we both thought Atlantis didn't exist. Then, a giant octopus came out of one of the buildings of Atlantis and started speaking with us. When he did, we were both confused as, one, it's underwater. How the heck would we hear anything at all? Two, there's a glass barrier barricading this thing from us, so how could it talk to us? Eventually, the glass barricade that was protecting us exploded because Scotland. Then we were both underwater floating. I asked the giant octopus, how is it that we are somehow breathing despite us being underwater? It then told me, you're not underwater, you're on the moon. I stopped for a second to look around us, and we were in fact on the moon.